On today's episode of Every Single Morning, we're going to have the lovely discussion of how important is relations to you, especially when it comes to marriage. I mean, we're really talking about marriage here, but some of us have lived a life outside of marriage, but I digress. So that's the conversation we're going to have a discussion about right here on Every Single Morning. Welcome to Every Single Morning. I'm Tanja.
I'm O'Shea.
And we are so happy that you are joining us today, especially for this particular topic. I told you season 2 was going to be kicking. So, before we begin, have a couple of church announcements. Number 1, I'm trying since we've shown the first couple of episodes, I forgot to put out this message. So guess what? We're going to put it out today. I'm still looking forward to 5,000 subscribers. We are looking forward to that here on Every Single Morning. So instead of Christmas Day, let's move it to Valentine's Day. How about that? So 5K by Valentine's Day. That will prove your love for us. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. This is why it is so important for you to go ahead and like, comment, and most of all, subscribe.
Now.
How about that? Stop shacking up with us. Be in a committed relationship with us. How about that? Like, comment, and
I want to get married.
I do too. All the more reason for us to be in a committed relationship with one another. So don't forget to share this topic too while we're at it, as well as our previous episodes, because we have spoken on a lot of different subjects between last season and now. So 5K by Valentine's Day, just saying.
And don't be greedy. Share with your friends.
Share. So now that the announcements are over, let's go ahead and start with this lovely subject. How important is relations to you? So we're going to be using colorful subject matter because we're not trying to get flagged here on YouTube. So we're going
subscribe to our OnlyFans if you want. I mean,
you know what? Don't put that out there. So,
just kidding, y'all.
Because that'd be really funny if they start looking for me on OnlyFans. That'd be hilarious.
It's called ESM After Dark.
So we're going to be choosing our words carefully, but we're still going to stay with the same subject matter. So just ride with us. Just ride with us, if you will. Okay? So, I'm going to say for me, and then O'Shea is going to say for him. For me, it is important. It's not the most important thing on my list for marriage, but it is important because one of my 5 love languages is personal touch. So when you show me affection, that really shows how much you love and appreciate me. You're speaking my love language. So I don't mind for my husband to, want to give me a shoulder massage or, pat me on the booty here and there, stuff like that. And because I'm also a person of words, I like when he chooses his words. whether it be a text message, a phone call, or one-on-one in person. And especially all of that for me leads into the relations.
Where you will need safety.
And and if you could talk dirty to me, that's an added bonus.
Okay.
Added bonus. So, and also, without giving too much away, because only my husband should know about these things. But since I'm already putting it out there, we get bits and pieces. You all don't need to know everything.
We know in part, so we
Exactly. So, and so with my future husband, I also hope that we have forms of communication. Communication is everything, especially when it comes to relations, because
Mhm.
I am also a giver, not just a receiver. So he has to tell me what he likes, what he doesn't like.
In other words, she believes in reciprocity.
Oh yes, I am a firm believer in reciprocity. So it's like if I feel that you need this,
Mhm.
you don't have to give it back to me right away. I'm flexible, but surprise me. You know what I'm saying? But I do want reciprocity. That's all I'm saying.
Mhm. Mhm.
Especially when it comes of the
So,
oral.
in other words, give it back to you on your level.
Mm-hmm. And listen, if you have some tips and tricks to elevate my level, I'm open.
Well, praise him.
So, what about you, O'Shea?
I am. I believe in reciprocity because I believe that you have no right to reap a harvest where you have not sown. Um,
Hmm.
you have no right to reap a harvest where you have not sown. But for me, I'd have to say I'm learning a lot about some things because I had to have education recently.
Do we want to share this story? Because I
No,
don't mind.
I don't. Well, uh, you want to? I mean, I can
That's up
share
to
the
you because
story.
it's on you.
We can share the story, but I've had some education beyond the education that I thought I knew, and because I mean, I think we should share it because I know the audience is gonna have fun with that. Particularly the missionary, the event. I mean,
Hmm. Yeah. So, before anybody thinks that it was something between you and I, we plead the blood of Jesus on that.
yeah.
Um, Basically, we were having a discussion off camera a while ago, and it was, I don't remember what
It was a
caused that.
game night,
Yes, it was one of our
and we
game
were
nights.
playing Would You Rather, but Would You Rather took a dart. Oh,
It was One's Gotta Go. Yeah, because I have the,
was it?
yeah, it was. So I have the card game called One's Gotta Go.
Uh, okay,
And we were playing the game virtually.
okay.
And one of the questions of One's Gotta Go, and basically means you get one subject, four items of that subject. Which one do you believe has to go? So one of those cards was sex positions. And which one of those, sorry, relation positions gotta go?
Yeah, well, you already said
I know.
it.
I'm probably gonna have to edit it. But Which one of the
I mean, well, we
relations?
did the disclaimer, so they.
Yeah, we did. We did put the disclaimer out there, so it
Mm.
can't be said that you don't know what we're referring to.
Mm.
So we put the expositions on the list, and it said missionary, doggy style, cowgirl, or lazy side X. And O'Shea was like, what are those? Because God bless him. He is a church boy. Okay.
Yeah.
He has been attending church all of his life.
Now, that's a
So
lie, but let's just say, but let's just say the only experience I have had is it's minimal. So we're not privy to everything. For instance, like the missionary thing, I thought it was an evangelist. I thought. Now, I was like, now, wait a minute. What does the evangelist got to do with this?
that was hilarious. Hilarious.
No, that's not what that is. It's not an evangelist.
So, in order for O'Shea to turn around and say which one of these positions must go, we literally had to I had to research diagrams as to what each of these positions looks like. Talk about an awkward conversation.
Insert drink here.
Oh my gosh, that was definitely an awkward conversation. But it was helpful for him so that he would know which position was which. So I showed him what the missionary looked like. I showed him what the doggy style looked like. I showed him what the cowgirl looked like and what the side X looks like. So then he started questioning about other diagrams of other positions. I says, "Oh, well, what is that? And what is that?" So I had to explain what the other ones were. And then he was like, what? I didn't know you could do that. Oh, it was hilarious. So
education indeed. Knowledge is power.
Now knowledge is power. So yeah, he was definitely educated, and I am so grateful that there were actually diagrams of those actual positions that didn't look like real people, but just like stick figures, if you will. So I'm grateful for that part. So I don't remember. What did you say had to go?
I don't know.
Knowing you probably said missionary.
I probably did though. Because it's just something eerie about that. I still don't see it right. Yeah, I don't know which one I said had to go. I'm not sure.
I know I said that doggy style had to go. And I'm sure for all you viewers out there, it was like, what? I'm sure you're probably clenching your invisible pearls.
Oh, come on.
But some people are not into that kind of position. I just happen to be one of those people. And the reason why, and I'm not saying that because I don't like the way it looks. I'm just saying from experience. BC, before Christ.
Well,
I've been abstinent for over a decade. Let me just go ahead and put that out there.
Well, praise God.
Yes. So, but I did not find that position comfortable. So that's why I said that doggy style had to go.
Mhm.
But like I said, I think with O'Shea, it wouldn't have surprised me if he said missionary.
Yeah, I don't know what I said, but I can I can see now that for me, just the term of having to request that.
But see, here's the thing though, missionary is the standard, missionary is the normal. I mean, that's
Okay.
what us humanly gravitate to when we having relations, especially for the first time. It's
Mhm.
normally done missionary majority of the time.
And I'm sure it is. I just don't. I just would prefer we not use that term. Because my my I get ready to meet the evangelist, and what the woman is about to do ain't very evangelistic. Like, I mean, she is sharing a message, but not.
Hilarious.
Oh, and it is good news.
Listen, for married people, it is good news. Missionary is a form of worship.
It
I'm just saying.
is good news.
I mean,
Thanks be
any
unto
position,
God.
any relations that you and your husband or your spouse does is a form of worship.
Mhm.
So, I mean, count it not coincidence that by the time you reach your peak, who do you call out? Oh God, it happens that way.
You know, I fornicated a little, so I didn't want her mentioning that because it made me feel convicted and shut down the whole. And I see. I don't care. I know that there are other people out there who has fornicated. So don't y'all look. Oh my God, no. Mm-mm. A lot of times you was going to see the king, you wasn't talking about Jesus.
You know what? I can't. I can't. Oh my Lord.
So
Oh my Lord.
for those of us who have messed up and got ourselves together, and no, there were certain situations where I was like, could you not?
Oh man.
I mean, anything. Anything. Because I
Um,
still got the Holy Ghost. And so when you call him, he still comes, and I don't want him in this moment.
oh no.
Because right now I'm trying to
You're trying to give that release without hearing God's name in the midst of it.
and I'm not on a white horse or anything. Shining like the cloud.
That is hilarious.
What is this? Somebody probably like, what is this episode? Look, we are. We said we was gonna be very colorful, so that we knew, and it just so happens I know a lot of church terms.
Hmm. I mean, the fact of the matter is, this is a part of life. And,
Mhm.
whether you're doing it legally or illegally, it's still a part of life.
Mhm.
So, therefore, we're going to talk about this subject because um, let's face reality. Unless you are a virgin, and if you are, congratulations, we applaud you.
Congratulations, yes.
But for those of us who are not, I don't even use the term born again virgin. That
Because
term went out the window.
for those of you who are, that is rare and that is to be that's a treasure. That's a
And it
treasure.
really should be celebrated.
Yeah, that's a treasure. So, well, anyway,
But
back to
those of
what I
us
was supposed to answer. I was supposed to say whether it was important or not. Uh,
yes.
However, I don't know where I went there, but um, for me, I don't know if it's in. I don't know if it's important because I'm flexible. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it. I don't want it to be dead. And then I don't want you because I got to go into a whole explanation for my answer.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's important to me, but then if there's something preventing that from happening, I can work with you too. The thing of it is, I don't want you advertising with no commission. And I know y'all looking like Tom just looking right now. I want to cash in on the check you just writing with your body.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, say that. Like, I'm like,
I
what?
mean, I'm trying to, because we want another season, okay?
Because I was so confused.
Because you have women and I've seen this in a lot of marriages too. They will advertise and say, well, I just don't, well, quit advertising because if you advertise, I'm going to want to write that check paying all those bills. I want, well, we're gonna do some things, but for you to for you to um, make the flyer about fellowship and then we don't fellowship, I have a problem with that because that's false advertisement. But if there's an issue, hey, I can work with you, but you shouldn't be teasing me. I don't play that. In other words, you shouldn't make me watch Sex in the City. Well,
Yeah, well,
Sex in the City, and then you don't want to be Samantha. I just say, what's the point? You know,
so
so
with you
I can
saying
work
that,
with you.
I'm sorry, go ahead, finish.
So I can work with you. I can go either or, but don't play with it and don't use it as a tool to manipulate me.
All right, let me ask you this question. Since you said that, do you think that this episode that we're doing right now on both of our parts would be the flyer for our future spouses?
It is a potential flyer, like coming attractions should. Should you decide this is the preview so that you can't say you didn't know because we're putting it out there. It's important to us, but we'll be able to work with whomever it is. But we're also letting you know what not to do. So don't come in here playing those games. We're establishing the safe words and the rules now. And we're letting you know how old you have to be to, because even at Six Flags, they got their age.
Listen, I hope you are at least the age of 30 because I'm not going to jail for nobody. you know,
Yeah, but
Shoot.
I mean, none of us want to go to jail. But when I say age, I'm talking about maturity level
Right.
because you can be 30 but 4.
Listen, I know that one all too well.
You can be 30, you can be 30 but 10. And what I'm saying, when I say age and stuff like that, I'm talking about maturity to the point to where you don't play those games with me because we grown over here.
Yes, we are.
We're grown over here, and we have, I have repented, got myself together, waiting on Mrs. Right, and I don't I don't come to play. And so um if that's where your mindset is as a young woman, then I'm letting you know now. Do not pass go, do not collect $200.
Whoop, there it is. Everybody say whoop. There it
So
is.
it's the preview so that you can decide, do I want this, or do I not? And then if you don't, put it back on the shelf because somebody wants the prize I
Yep.
have.
Yep. I
And I don't
completely.
want a whole lot of fingers on me either. So, so if you don't want to, leave it on the shelf and don't touch it unless you're gonna buy.
Okay. I hear you. I completely understand. I completely understand.
Cause I don't want to be the butt of the bread. Everybody touch it, but don't nobody.
I can't with you. I can't. Oh my Lord.
I,
Mm-mm-mm-mm. Speaking of safe words, we're gonna talk about this for a second. So we grown here, and we already put the disclaimer. So if this
okay.
is not your subject,
Yes.
then you can move right along. Peace out. Don't forget to subscribe. So
You gonna
now,
put BDSM and then tell them to
and then
subscribe.
subscribe. If you don't want to be a part of this conversation, okay, bye. But
There will
subscribe
be
on your way out.
yeah.
So now, I would be remiss if I said that there's a lot of people who a lot of married believers that are not married believers who are not participating in some way, shape, or form of this particular thing. Because I have spoken to quite a few married couples in quite a few different states within my adult life. Some are gracious enough to share, and others you could just tell. That's where that's discernment comes in. But technically, it's none of our business. But I'm just saying. When I said earlier that communication is important, it's good to know this. If you, as a potential spouse, are into this, or if you're not. Communication is key to let the potential spouse know if you are or if you're not. There are some believers out there that are, and there are a lot that are not. So that's why when you do have the communication, especially when you make it official and you are in the engagement period before you get married, and you have this conversation, this is where you have the discussion, what you like, what you don't like. Come up with a safe word.
Please.
Things of that nature. So, because not everybody says pineapple is their safe word. It could be another safe word. So,
sometimes it's ollie oxen free.
Yes. That's too long. It got to be one word. One word.
No, the thing is listening and comprehension. That's part of communication.
I also think that communication, especially if you express it, is key when there's a certain thing and your spouse, is y'all having good relations, you're getting the rhythm of it all, and then your spouse is choking you and you is like pineapple, stuff like that.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
Wait. First of all, nobody said anything about cutting off my air supply. First of all,
Listen, these things.
First rule of communication: I must be able to breathe.
Communication is key because that is part of the BDSM. At least one of them. There's several more, but we're not going to teach it on this podcast because y'all know how to Google. Just saying. But we bring this particular subject
I'm gonna Google this right after the episode.
We bring this subject up because of the fact that we keep it real here on Every Single Morning, and anybody who says that they are a good girl, that they only do missionary, nothing more, nothing less, or a good guy, and in the marriage that's the only thing they do. Okay, then do you, boo boo, do you?
But somebody doing something else because it's some little Christians that have come from some of this.
Okay.
You have little Christians. So
you got little bundles of joy coming out the hoo-ha that's on this earth because you've done some form of relations.
And especially if y'all like been married 45 years, 30, he's still chasing you behind you on his walker for a reason. That ain't
You know what? I actually want that. I actually want that because we.
they say he got Alzheimer's, but he ain't forgot that. Okay.
So basically, for those of you who are new to ESM, O'Shea has been previously married. I, on the other
Hmm.
hand, have not been married as of yet.
Hmm.
So at this stage of my life right now, I am looking forward to being married for the first time and prayerfully the last time and
Yes, because God wants
enjoying.
you. God ain't provided the bail money, so
Okay. And
and not for you. I'm talking about for me,
well,
cause
I was talking about for me too, but you know,
cause
that's
I would, cause you could be a good Christian. I'll be someone else that.
my thing is if there's anybody who should
Mm,
go off on a tangent or or you know pull a Bernadine or something, it should be me because of the fact that I've waited as long as I've waited, and then to find out that the dude that I married is a total knucklehead. No, I ain't going out like that.
mhm. Yes.
So, but I digress. So I just wanted to bring up that topic. It was going to be brief, but I wanted to just bring that up to just say the Bible says that the marriage bed is undefiled.
So
So
so should we answer? Cause
go ahead.
I'll answer. I don't care.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I don't know until like we're actually in the process. But if I get it, because for those of you that don't know, I did go through abuse, physical abuse in my marriage. So I don't know until that actually happens. If I'm like, yeah, I know I'm not a fan of you cutting off my air supply. I do know that. Hey, I cannot breathe. Jesus, Moses, Mary, Joseph, somebody.
Check that off. That is a no.
So I don't know. Because there's different kinds of bondage you can get in. I've seen on TV. Uh, because there was a episode of 911 where Angela Bassett does bondage. Only the guy locks her in with him, and she said, "Why did you do that?" Because the key is over there in my police belt on the other side of the room. So she had to call her friend, who is a paramedic, to come to her
No.
house and get the.
No.
Yes, it's not the only reason I've been.
No.
The, the only reason I'm mentioning it is because it's on 911. So she had to call her friend to get the key, and her friend had a ball laughing.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
So I'm saying I may be a fan of some bondage, but then there are others like, particularly the one, the choking one. I'm not sure about that because I'm not a fan of not being able to breathe and getting dizzy.
I get it.
So I don't know how far my how you say BDSM. I don't know how far I go with that. I'll be able to humor you, but listen, if it gets too serious, I'm gonna scream out, Jesus, Holy Ghost, something. I'm gonna say something to convict your spirit to let you know this.
Oh God, that is hilarious. But I get it. That's where the safe word comes in. When you do stuff like that, you have to come into an agreement on using a safe word that you both can use when things are either you can't handle it or things are going a little too far.
Because I may try it to compromise with her if that's something that she's into. Okay, I will try it to compromise with you. But if it goes too far, like, hey, I love you, but we gotta stop right here. I
Safe
love
word,
you. I just don't love this.
yes.
You know, because
That's
I lost consciousness for about 5 seconds.
mm-mm, mm-mm. That is why the safe word is imperative. And it has to be one word that you both have in common, that you both agree to use that as a safe word.
Mhm.
So, as far as I am concerned,
Oh,
um,
you know the answer?
of course, I do know the
Oh,
answer. My thing is, for me, I don't want to give too much away because this is definitely a conversation between me and my husband as far as
mm-hmm.
what I do like. But there are some instances in this particular group that I am willing to participate in.
Mm-hmm.
But what I will not participate in are the following: choking, whips and chains.
Oh, please don't be.
I'm not into that. I'm not into that at all. Um, golden showers.
But
Definitely
people
not into
do.
that.
Wait. People do be out here in real life peeing on people. What?
Yes, R. Kelly didn't create that. There are some people that are into that. That's part of the BDSM.
Peeing on people?
Yes.
I
Yes.
think I need a safe word, right? Wait. No good well. Cause I'll lose my whole mind. Because I know good well you're not about to be.
Even if I got bitten by a jellyfish, I still don't want you to pee on me.
I
Okay?
mean, well, if I'm in pain, okay, I let you pee on me. Special, but I'm trying to figure out why we would be naked and I get bit by a jellyfish. Wait, and
Okay.
where did he bite?
I can't with you. Okay. Um, oh God, I can't. So in addition to um in addition to not peeing on me, I don't not only do I do not do golden showers, I do not want your excretions to be on all over me either.
Okay, now can you find another colorful word for screeching? Because
I can't think of anything other than excretion.
is it?
Um, your male confetti.
Oh, okay.
I don't want.
I got you.
Okay, you got it.
You don't want the yogurt.
I don't want the yogurt all over me.
Okay.
No, that's a no. That's a no.
Keep your yogurt to yourself,
Pretty much. Now,
even if it's fat
no,
free.
I don't know if I should get that specific. So unless I'm doing something of the oral persuasion, I don't want that over. Oh God. Anyway.
So you want a scoop of yogurt if it's of the tasting lollipop persuasion.
I will tolerate that.
In other words, you like Gogurt.
You know,
Because I got you on the colorful words.
yeah, I haven't had Go-Gurt in years, but yeah, that's the best word for that. Yes.
Yeah, I just needed to catch you the train.
Yeah, that's the best word. I think I've already said too much, but I'm just stating what I do not like in this arena. That's all I'm saying. So those are the main components. So yeah.
And I heard that people be making brownies too,
That's like Randy Jackson said that it's a no for me, dog.
and I remember when I heard that, I was like, you can't be making unsweetened brownies around here.
That's a bona fide no. No, that's an absolutely not. No.
So yeah.
Yep.
So those are all of your no's.
Those are my no's. So I'm not going to say what my yeses are, but those are definitely. Oh, I already said one. Gosh darn it! But that's it. And that's and that's the norm. That's not even a part of this. That's just the norm.
Yeah.
But anywho's it.
Because I didn't know how far they go. Because I'm still in school.
Yeah. So that's why I brought that particular subject up, because at the end of the day, we are grown, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary. So we can have this type of conversation. And we recommend, once you are in the courtship or the engagement level, if you know that this is the person you do want to spend the rest of your life with, this is definitely the conversation that you need to have. And it's important. What are your likes? What are your dislikes? What are you willing to be open-minded to? And what are your absolute deal breakers? So I believe that is a conversation we should have.
And I must say this, and this is for those of you that are thinking of getting married, those of you who don't start anything that you are not going to continue, because nothing is more disappointing than you advertising or you saying that you're going to do something in the pre-dating stage or the engagement stage that you don't deliver in the marriage. If you say you're okay with that, make sure you can provide that. And if for medical reasons or anything, make sure there's a conversation before, because one thing you we have to not do to people who are in relationship with us, don't do cold turkey.
Right.
That can be detrimental to your marriage. That can be detrimental to your marriage. Because when I was engaged, or when I was dating you, you gave me a preview of this, and then now all of a sudden we got married. Now that's filthy. Now that's nasty. The devil is a lie.
And the truth ain't in them.
So I mean, because, and that's with anything. That's not just with sex or anything like that. That's with anything in your life. Don't start something with your spouse that you can't continue on in your marriage. Because remember, I always say this, the enemy has people out there that will try to pull them away from you. And one of the biggest things that pulls couples apart is, well, when I first got with her or him, they did this and they did this and they delivered this. But then now all of a sudden this stopped, and I don't even know why. They didn't communicate this to me. Believe me, in over what, almost 20 years of ministry, I've heard it, that I got married and I feel like I've been robbed. And I saw that from across the yard, and that's what attracted me. That's what I liked about this person. And then when I married them, they all of a sudden didn't want to deliver. Don't do that. And if there's something that comes up, have conversation, and then offer an alternative. Get some substitutes in there. Don't be afraid to go to the toy store. You know, um, since we there,
Since we're
uh,
there,
you know, get a substitute if you can't. You know, certain things hurt when you do certain things that didn't used to. Get a substitute, maybe some um how you say this, some aids, some assistance that'll help.
AIDS are good.
you know so that way you don't have to deprive them of what you have been giving them. Because I will say, although my ex-wife, she had a lot of issues, I will say one of my mistakes in my marriage was I offered a lot in the beginning that as time grew on, I couldn't deliver, and we didn't discuss that. I just feel, oh well, I can't do it anymore. Oh well, no, don't do that, because what that does is that makes them feel like they've been robbed, and you don't want your spouse to feel like they've been robbed. Then she's facing the east, and not you're facing the west, and you're like, what have I done? So don't do that.
Amen. I totally agree. Well, this has been a lovely conversation.
Fun.
I'm glad we got through it without revealing too much.
I revealed enough.
So did
Uh,
I.
I gotta check back Sunday and see if I still got my job.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. So on that note, O'Shea, tell them where they can find you.
On OnlyFans. I'm sorry. Oh, the TikTok. My TikTok handle is up at the top. All of my information is up at the top, and yeah, my Instagram, my TikTok, and the ministry's Facebook page. Wow, what an ending! Time to tell them where they can find you.
All of my information is on the bottom of the screen. So my TikTok handle, my Instagram handle, and my Facebook handle, you know.
She up to 234, y'all, on TikTok.
You know, we're getting up there, you know.
And if TikTok, if she gets to 5K by Valentine's Day on TikTok before she gets to 5K,
On right here on YouTube, I'm moving all my stuff over there. And just make it a short.
well, no, if you got 5K over there, we can do the show over there. So, hey, we go. If you don't want to lose it,
Especially, church people having this type of conversation. Why would you not? Come on.
yes. You
But
know,
to
you've been waiting for the church to have some stuff like this.
True. To find all my other social medias as well as my books and my other podcasts, The Realities of Being Single, and everything that you need to know about me, including my website. All of it can be found on my Linktree account. Information is right there on the screen. So be my guest and go ahead and just link to that page. That actual link will be in the description below.
All right.
So on that note, we just thank you so much for joining us today. And until the next time, beloved, we will see you when we see you. Bye bye.
Bye.